Sorry, what?
Samuel Bramwell Framwell.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Obviously. We know his name.
Cool, so we're going to see Pally versus Mega Man. Obviously, we saw Regenix play earlier, if anyone's watching the stream still. It was kind of a dominant loss for Regenix. Yeah. We saw Octave kind of control the set from start to finish. Regenix didn't really adapt in the way that he needed to.
It took him a lot more time to adapt, I would say, than another top level player.
Yeah, that third game, a lot more things were working, but it wasn't everything. And I feel like that's something we need to see him sort of tidy up on this set. If he does need to adapt, he's got to fix those mistakes as soon as possible.
Indeed. And of course, coming from a bit of background here, Lyto, from my own region, from my own week group, I've seen him adapt, I've seen him make insane comebacks from loser side runs. But, hey, maybe he's not quite feeling himself, but hopefully he's having a bit of fun. It's no hate on November after all, he can't get angry.
Yeah, no upset allowed. I feel like Lyto is one of those characters you always see in that upper echelon of brackets. Like, regardless of the actual placement, if you're looking at a top 32 or top 16, I feel like you always see Lyto within that. You know, it's like, it's almost like a guarantee, that's what it feels like. But yeah, so we've got PS2, we're back. I feel like we haven't seen the stages so long.
Wait, we're not going to see any more stages? Time to not. Because, like, look, I remember at the weeklies, like, I was just like, oh, PS2, and whenever I'd say no big bands, he gets a groans. He's like an old man.
Two types of people as well.
You say PS2ers or actual normal people.
Definitely. It's going to be interesting to see how Regenix plays this because, we saw him play earlier against a very sort of niche character who plays in a very different way. Palutena, very straightforward. Yeah. She's strong, she's good, she's got good moves, but very straightforward. Yeah. And I wonder how differently Regenix is going to play this because of that.
Yeah, and I mean, some immediate background, I know that these two are very old heads in the Smash Ultimate and Smash scene in the UK in general, so we're getting back to Smash 4 days. So they definitely played before, they definitely know some habits, they definitely know each other. Oh my god, that belly clip. So we're going to see a bit more of an even closer set than, say, Octave from Scotland and then Regenix.
Yeah, definitely. It's like these two players, whether they play against each other specifically a lot, they're familiar with each other, they know what they do. So far, it's pretty even. I feel like Lyto's getting a lot more sort of tacked on, but they're both getting towards that kill percent. Regenix is comfortably within that. Okay, neutral error to up tilt doesn't quite get the kill. 100%-ish on Lyto. Gets the back air on Regenix. Amazing first start.
There's great spacing as well to punish the get-up attack.
Definitely. Yeah, and I feel like
it out as well.
When Mega Man's holding that metal blade, when they're recovering, they want to jump and throw it, right? With Palutena back air, you're just getting invincibility through that.
Okay, I really like the mix-up of going for a jump from ledge and then going a little bit of stall and getting another jump. I'm pretty sure that explosive flame is -2 on shield. Okay. Really close to even, which is so disgusting.
It's an interesting decision, isn't it? It's like, okay. Ooh,
nice conversion.
Combo doesn't kill, which is just a bit tragic at this point.
Yeah, if he did do back air drag down, then that definitely would have killed, but unfortunately, we see him going for it, and it's not quite working.
He willed it into existence and it didn't work. So I think we'll go use the blame for that one, to be honest.
Come on, fry your lemons, little buddy.
Yeah, I feel like we're at a point now where Lyto is just holding it down. Okay.
That back air was really good at covering
very
the
good catch.
And it makes sense because Lyto's been doing that for the past couple of stocks.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, someone like Regenix or playing Mega Man in general, it's not unheard of to get 40-50% out of a couple interactions. But when you're in this scenario, you're against Palutena, who out-buttons you. Yeah. You can't really play too far away because she's got options to counter that. Yeah. Literally counter. And also,
her own zoning is insane.
Yeah, she has good...
She doesn't even have to try like Mega Man does in his own sense. Auto reticle, literally auto targets.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a funny move.
Haha, Palutena. We love this character.
Haha, top tier.
Yeah.
Remember when we were angry at this character? I missed that.
Interesting interaction, sorry.
No, it's completely fine. I'm just kind of chatting.
There's the side B or the crash corner. And all of a sudden, it's an even game. I feel like Regenix has really tied it up on those stray hits.
Great dash-up shield, alright? That's gaining him some ground, and that's what he needs in this matchup. Really enough, the Zona needs to get in.
Yeah, I feel like, when you're Mega Man here, you excel at that mid to short range, but more that mid range, right? Whereas Palutena, you want that close range or that longer range.
Something I want to mention is like you saw the bomb on Lyto immediately, right? Like I said, like when I was joking, if you drop from the Angel platform immediately, Regenix is just going to side you, and you're going to have to be so passive with your invulnerability.
Yeah, you're giving up your invulnerability if you get caught by that. It's just what's happening there.
That's why you just got to play patient and stay in a situation where you're in control, like the Angel platform.
Yeah, definitely. There's, surprisingly even games so far. Both players on their last stock. It's been very much like who can hold the center, right? At the moment, Regenix getting a good few hits. That up air, if Lyto jumps, is dead. Didn't that time. Seeing him on ledge, good jump, back air, oh my god. I feel like Lyto was so ready for that back air out of shield.
He's getting scared, going for that counter. That's not quite what we normally see from Lyto. That's like the first one I've ever seen in years.
I feel like the thing with reflecting Mega Man's projectiles is that they're on a time limit, right?
Yeah.
Or a range limit. So they're not going to go back all the way that they've come. They're going to go back and then stop halfway.
Yeah.
Or even less than that, we saw that earlier. Good high recovery from Lyto. Regenix was ready for it, not quite in time. Goes to the S smash and takes the game.
He pressured him off the platform really well there.
Definitely.
And just kind of dead.
Yeah, and like hits him with a couple up airs, knows that he's gonna maybe retreat back to like ledge area, throws out that F smash, gets the kill. And like, I mean, that's something that we didn't see from Regenix that, in the earlier set that we've seen now, where he sort of, he was losing early in that set. He brought that back. He figured it out. He was playing really well around the explosive flame, especially at the end there. Lyto trying to play that sort of longer range a bit better, but Regenix playing past that in a really good way.
Indeed, yeah. I feel like from the octave set, he's mixing himself up really well.
Definitely.
The chance of start and they immediately stop.
Yeah.
Great.
As soon as the game starts, they stop
So,
charging.
we don't have
like fair enough. So we are seeing a different stage. We're not sticking with that PS2. We're going to.
We're not sticking with that PS2 crap.
Yeah. Hate that stage.
Weirdly enough, this was Lyto's counter pick.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
And it's harder for him to ledge cancel from. It's harder for him to get ledge cancel with up B from ledge, so we can't get like a slightly safer up B.
Yeah, I feel like while ledge cancel is good for Palutena, I think it's more important for her, especially when you're looking at a pick like this. She wants to scrap with you. That's what you want to do when you pick Smash Roll. You want to scrap. You want to play that sort of close to mid-range. Mega Man's good at that mid-range, but not as good at that close range. Doesn't really have any good get-off-me options.
That patience was really good from Lyto. I'm loving that like slight walk-up.
Okay, getting some good down tilts, an amazing catch, amazing move to catch those recoveries, landing it really well.
That was really strong for just deleting an option. I did not know what projectile it deleted, but I never knew it could do that.
It deleted something.
Yeah. Right. But it looks like Regenix is almost going to delete Lyto's stock in a second.
Definitely. Goes to that Z drop. Okay, looking for something that Lyto claps back. It's very even. That leaf shield is such a good option. That's the get off me option, but you have to use it preemptively. That's the problem.
Indeed.
Regenix gets back safely. Gets that leaf shield to counter attack. Catches with the back air. The hitbox on that back air is surprisingly good. We're seeing that in play here. Lyto, okay.
Going from like an angle upwards so we couldn't get to for him. Really nice job from Lyto.
And like in a way, like if you're Regenix, maybe even getting baited for that high recovery.
Unfortunate to get that on Regenix's end. But hey, bring it back to even stocks. What a lovely friend Regenix is.
Definitely so generous, right?
Yeah, so generous, honestly.
You can have that one.
Wow, yeah.
I don't need it anyway.
So kind.
Yeah. I feel like it's interesting, we're seeing this counter pick on the stage, and it's sort of like, they're going dead even, right? Like, I feel like Lyto's really got to prove why this stage was the option. We're not seeing that so far. Like, they're still dead even. I haven't seen anything here.
I mean, right now they're not quite dead even. The commentator's curse is
true,
yet again content. Come on.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Don't you worry. You've put him on a lovely show.
I feel like, we haven't seen Smash Bros so far, and it's interesting that the one time we do see it, it's sort of like
such a dirty, scrappy stage.
Yeah,
they're chasing after each other. Like, literally did 3 dash tags in concession.
Yeah. I feel like you're almost throwing down the gauntlet. You're being like, okay, I want you to fight me. and I'm challenging you to do that to me.
That's wild.
Because I'm confident I'm going to win this. And it's kind of working, you know, it's not a massive difference between them. We're at 80%. Regenix has stayed in this so well. Gets the read on the DI in and goes for the up air. Just like such good awareness after getting the kill with the back air earlier. Assuming that Regenix is going to go for that DI in, gets the kill for it. And this is what we're seeing. This is why we're seeing that smash build pick.
Absolutely, and like Lyto is really good at mixing up his throws, and like that's forcing Regenix to mix up his DI on those throws, and he's dying for it. He's guessing wrong each time.
Definitely. Something we saw Regenix struggle with in the previous set.
Great spacing
something that Lyto is capitalizing on is the adaptation. You know, it's like this last stock is like night and day between these two players. Lyto has just like flicked the switch, realized, oh, this is what I need to do to win, and it's working. Goes even with the confidence to go for a charged F smash. Like, you know, I think regardless of not hitting, it doesn't matter. He's got the confidence to go for it. 133 on Regenix. He does get the stock, but what do you do here? Like, you can't get hit. That's what you got to do, not get hit.
I mean, when you're playing a character who has these ruthless little lemons, it's entirely possible.
Definitely.
No.
Okay.
Too early of a percent to find anything off that.
Although,
he wants it.
The cheeky double high recovery, which has cost him 76%, doesn't quite kill, but all of a sudden, both these players are at a higher percent.
Lyto was feeling himself way too much here, got us a little bit overconfident. If he didn't go for that charge F smash last stock, if he just respected Regenix as much as he should have, why does she have a hat on? That was insane.
What we've seen here, the sort of shift in momentum is that, okay, gets the back air, but what I was saying, the shift in momentum there was that Regenix got that down there at like 20%. We saw Lyto panic, recover high, get hit off stage, recover high immediately after. It's like Regenix got like 80% off of that. Didn't get the game off it. Lyto sort of settling down, got hit by that rush bomb or crash bomber.
It's just called bomb.
Okay.
It is just called bomb, I'm pretty sure.
I'll stop trying to give it names then.
I'm pretty sure Samus's crash bomb.
Okay.
It's such a funny coincidence, like confusion, where it's just crash bomb.
Okay, fair enough.
Bomb.
Crash bomb. But yeah, like
funny.
What we saw is like Lyto got hit by that bomb. Literally just disengaged, ran to the other side of the stage, had a moment to reset, and then managed to win the game. And I feel like, you know, he was in control.
Yeah.
He had it under control, but right at the end, he was sort of letting it slip. And that's something that Regenix might, you know, find some confidence in, is knowing that that's always going to be an opportunity.
Ooh, misjudging his grab. That's a bit unfortunate for Regenix. He's not happy about that one.
You don't see it too often as well when you see two players at this sort of caliber with their sort of specialty characters.
Yeah, it's solo mains as well.
Exactly. You know, it's like these are their characters, right? We are seeing Kalos, which is an interesting pick. We're not sticking with PS2, which I love to see. Both these players are willing to adapt sort of through stages, which is always a good thing, right?
Shows that they are even more than just PS2. It shows that they are stronger and much better players. Oh, I really like the attempt that Regenix is going for, like double lemons into the back end.
Definitely. It's really even so far. We're quite a crowd behind them.
Yeah, it's insane.
One of the last sets before top 8, obviously the winner of this does get top 8. Loser gets 9th, which for both these players is still really good.
But I believe like Lyto would do insane with a top 8. I think he got 17th or 13th last time.
Okay, yeah. And someone like Regenix you don't normally see him at this kind of level.
You don't normally see him in this tournament. He's normally running it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he is running it. He's here.
The man of many hats.
Definitely. We're seeing a really patient neutral from these two so far. It's been a lot of sort of ledge play, but Lyto's sort of eking ahead. I think even from the start.
Ooh, that open poke over the bomb.
Gets the back air. I think that's been like the one through line for all of these games is that back air. It goes through everything. It's invincible and it always hits.
I believe the correct word is intangible. It's very weird. It's only around the shield, and you can still hit her like feetsies. Right? Keep in mind she has little dinky feetsies. You can always hit, just like that forward air.
It's something that like with a kit like Palutena's, having moves with invulnerability like that is just the cherry on top, right?
Great instant dash attack out of shield of the public ground.
We're seeing some it's really interesting because we're seeing some more counters or side Bs from Lyto. They're not working, but Regenix isn't ready to punish them, so it kind of doesn't matter that they're not working.
Oh, that could have cost him the stock if he wasn't careful enough. but he's being really confident in his movement, really confident in his stuff. I don't want him to get overconfident, just like last game.
Okay, I think that's them. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like in that scenario, there's not much you can do against Mega Man on ledge, right? Like, he's going to go for that up air, and then maybe even back air, and you've just sort of got to accept it and not jump.
Which seems like Lyto was just seemingly doing that.
Definitely. It gets to a point where you're at 150 and you just have to accept it's going to happen. But even through that, we're seeing Lyto in complete control of this game so far. Getting the down throw into back air.
Oh, that was insane.
Regenix never wants to get hit by that up air again, which is fair enough.
He's always, like I mentioned, he's kind of Lyto really good at mixing up what throw he does, and he's forcing Regenix to pick an option and pray.
Definitely. And I feel like, but such good play. Okay, 3 dash attacks in
That's
neutral.
wild. What the fuck?
I love these cards.
God.
So good. I feel like we're at that
I mean, that
point
one was a bit more. God.
I love the confidence to shout that in a crowd.
It's great. Yeah, you've got to respect it. Great air dodge to get out of that blender of side beast.
The second up tilt we've seen from Regenix, it just has resulted in a smash attack punish.
Yeah.
It's just not working for him, and it feels more like a desperation play than a read.
It can work though. It's a true confirm, and he just needs to grind that out and practice that a little bit. Hey, one day we'll see Regenix in top 8 of goddamn regen doing that stuff.
It's the kind of thing where it might not even be
that
an
might be a
execution
kill.
thing. It could just literally be, we're at top 8 or potential top 8 for a big tournament.
Yeah.
It's like
Stress.
Regenix, you don't normally see him this far in bracket. Not to say he doesn't have that potential, but when you see him dropping confirms like that, playing so well around the explosive flame, and we saw a similar scenario in the last game where Regenix almost brought it back. The only difference here is that he's not at as high of a percent.
Yeah.
Regenix is in this game more than he was last game, and he still almost had that last game.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, clean confirm into the back, down for backer. Nice.
How's he going to recover here? I feel like, Kali just lets him get back, goes for the back air on a neutral recovery.
When you're sitting at the lower percents, it's like, even if he does get back, what's it going to be going to? Neutral? That's fine. You can deal with that.
The risk for someone like Lyto is getting reversal, so as long as you're reducing the opportunity for that to happen from someone like Regenix, then you should be fine. You can literally play this out. Even if you go dead even, trade.
I don't even know.
Sorry. No, even if you trade percentage, Lyto's going to win just out of time, right?
Yeah. I don't even know what reversals Mega Man will have.
Yeah,
off the top of my head. Ooh, great footies with that. Poke with that forward.
Dominant second game. I feel like Regenix started doing bits in that second game.
Oh no, he's tripping.
Oh my god. Pouring water on himself, trying to wake himself
He's
up.
a bit too hot. We need to calm down.
Literally.
Alright. You've seen that forward air.
Oh no. Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything's good except SDF.
Yeah. Cool, so we're going to see the same characters. I wonder what stage we're going to see. We've seen a different one every game so far.
Yeah, which I really enjoyed. And hey, maybe if we pay attention to the stage screen that's like that, we can maybe find out.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
we are on a different
SBF.
stage. We're on a small battlefield.
Did we see SBF this game yet? Oh, this is
We've seen PS2, Smashville, Kalos, and now SBF.
Interesting, 4 unique stages. Lovely to see. And pretty unique of an opening, getting 61% right off the bat.
It makes me wonder what the bans have been, because obviously there's no DSR in this rule set.
Yeah.
Regenix won the first game and then has had to counter pick 2 so far and has gone to 2 different stages. So it's obviously it doesn't feel like Kalos is working.
What is he wanting? I feel like Kalos is working though. For
that's the thing.
But maybe he wants to get more consistent up air stuff with these larger platforms and there's closer to where the rough neutral game will be playing.
Definitely, yeah. And I feel like as well, this smaller stage plays really well into that mid-range that Mega Man wants to do.
Similar to the Piplup set versus Reina, where it's just like, hey, charging up smash, I'm gonna go for a get attack. It just resets neutral. And that SD!
The Leaf Shield defending Regenix from having to even ledge trap.
That's so unfortunate for Lyto, he's not happy with that one.
It's the kind of thing that's so hard to react to, because by the time you even realise what's happened, you're dead. And all of a sudden we're seeing Regenix in the lead. And it's not a huge lead. It's not a confident lead.
Yeah, but that confident lead, or that not so confident lead, could be gone in a second, and it
absolutely
is just like that.
We've got a 9% difference between these two players.
Oh wow! Yeah, we've got to keep in mind his 9% lead, guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
definitely. That's going to make a little
no,
difference.
Sorry, 14.9.
Okay, 21. No, okay, we're not doing this.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like that's the confidence that Regenix needs.
I think he needs confidence in his character and his options. Right?
Yeah,
He needs to feel himself.
It's a game plan thing, isn't it? You know, you can play the same game plan while still mixing it up because it's not working. You know, he's lost 2 games in a row because of that game plan not executing.
That early up B was really nice to get past that explosive fail. It's one thing I'd love to point out, and seeing it yet again. It looks like the explosion is coming from here. Rush, where he's bouncing off. Pretty funny.
And it's the kind of thing, like, we've seen Regenix die once to that explosive flame. Outside of that, he's played around it so well. Like, he's barely been hit by it.
Oh no, this could be it. Not quite. Really nice.
Juggles.
Like, SCI, how the hell do you get out of that up there?
Oh, you don't. You just gotta parry. Like,
Okay.
don't jump. That's how you get out. Literally.
Yeah, you're right. It's
yeah.
moving around the platform to just bait out that S-Smash.
I think it's something we're seeing different. Okay, guess it's such good what we've seen. So you know, Lyto's read the DI in with the up air, read the DI out with the back air, and this time read the spot dodge with the held up smash.
Yes,
Gets the kill for it. It's such good adaptation just from one simple move, right? And all of a sudden,
He's one player in general. He just keeps going for him. What is it? Is this man playing Wild as a Reaper with hit falling?
I mean, fair as a move. We're
It
hearing
is.
the crowd
We saw a
wake
warning just
up.
right there.
Absolutely. And the sad thing for Regenix here is that he's not far from getting the stock. He needs one straight hit, maybe a strong back air or an F smash. Lyto knows this though. He doesn't need to engage, he doesn't need to approach.
And even when he gets the bomb on him, he just runs away and like, I'm in space right now, you back off.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been backing off from the bomb at ledge. He's like, he's still in front, he's still in the lead. It's everything just can work out for him. That beat the F smash?
I mean,
oh yeah,
okay.
He's showing us what he wants.
Doesn't get the kill. Regenix goes for a bit of a panic air dodge there. It's the same thing we've seen 133 on his last stock.
Yeah.
Even if he gets the stock here, he's got such a mountain to climb. It's crazy.
God, that was so scary for Lyto. He's gonna be keeping that howling.
Okay, gets the kill. It's not out of the park. The crowd is waking up for Regenix here.
I like the patience from Lyto to avoid the bomb immediately off the Angel platform. We saw Regenix wanting that immediately.
Yeah, it's such a Mega Man bread and butter, right? Like, if you get, like, you invalidate the invincibility.
Yeah, and it just forces them to play your game for a second. And Lyto is like, no, you're playing my game. You're playing my game. You're losing, and that is going to be 3-1 to Lyto over Regenix.
Wow.
Congratulations to Regenix for getting 9th on this tournament. And Lyto sitting pretty in top 8.
Absolutely.
Right? Taking the place of retired Reina.
Absolutely, yeah. It's amazing. Like, you see such good adaptation from Lyto. Losing that first game, the first lost game we've seen this whole bracket.
I don't know, that might be the more. Sam, a Trundle and BMW you playing offline? Huh? A Trundle and BMW you playing off stream?
Oh boy,
Wow.
Gaming indeed. We have had a lovely run so far, and it's not quite ending.
It's not quite. Oh my god. I might have to. I know it's bad etiquette. I might have to run to the toilet.
Me too.
I've been
Honestly,
here for
me too.
like 3 hours. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm dying.
Oh my, you've been